trim piece off right here. You can use a trim tool or a small screwdriver. Just try to get behind here. Try to slide that out, just like that. There's a little clip right there. Now we're going to take this trim panel off. Just use a trim tool. If you can get underneath right here, if you have a pretty thin one, try to pry that up a little bit. Just like that, and get underneath. And flip this over. There's some clips that held it down. Disconnect the connector right here. Just push down on the tab. If you need to, you can use a pick or a screwdriver. And slide that connector off. Now we're going to go to here. Now take this panel off. Just use another trim tool underneath. Just pry up. Go. Some clips that hold that on. Now we're going to take these screws out right here, and also right here. Use a 10mm socket. Now I'm going to use a trim tool and go around the perimeter and just pop the door panel off. There's all these push pins. It just slides up, just like that. So we're going to pull out this vapor barrier. You can just take a razor blade or a knife and just cut some of the adhesive just to make it come off a little easier. Just pull it around the handle. If it rips a little bit, that's okay. That's on there. Let me take these off. I'm going to take these two brackets off. You don't necessarily have to do this. You could just fold it up, but it's going to make it easier to take the whole vapor barrier off. Just use the same 10mm socket. You want to move the window down to a position where you can access these two bolts. You can reattach the window switch, go up and down with it. Hopefully it's not frozen. If it is, do the best you can to try to access those two bolts. Turn the key off. Just wait for that beeping to stop. Using a 10mm socket, I'll take these bolts out. If you need a magnet, grab it with a magnet. Where's my tape? You can slide the window up. And just to keep it from breaking, I'm just going to tape it up to the door. If you have a partner to help you do this, that would be ideal. Whoops. Have someone else hold it for you. Oh, there you go. You got it, maybe. I'll get it. Make sure the glass is clean also, or the tape's not going to stick. Normally about 3 pieces of tape is good. That's safely up there. It's not going to fall. Just take this out of the way. And disconnect the electrical motor right here for the regulator. And there's 2 bolts up here, take those out. 2 bolts over here, actually 3. Same 10mm socket. And 2 down here. You can grab the motor and the regulator, just slide it down. Slide it out just like that. And take the regulator and motor assembly together. Slide it in place. Try to get the connector through here if you can. There is a hook. There's a hook right here for the window motor. You can try to get that hook in position. I thought there was, and there's another hook right there, so that makes it easier. And get these bolts started. And 3 more that go into the motor. I'm just going to find the wiring harness. You can plug the connector in at this point. And we'll tighten all these down. Make sure that wire didn't get pinched, that's good. Now we can take the tape off the window. Just make sure you put your hand underneath to support it. Get all that tape off. And slowly bring this down to where it's going to sit right there. If you have to move this, you can hook the connector, the switch back up, turn the key on, and just move that to the right position. Just be careful with your fingers and get the bolts started. And tighten those down. Snug it up. Now reinstall the vapor barrier. Slide the wiring harness through there and slide this over the handle. And just try to get it to line up kind of how it was when you took it apart. Definitely get these holes to line up because we're going to put those brackets on. And if you need some new butyl tape, put some tape down so that it sticks a little better, but this is sticking pretty good. Now this is going to go right here. And get those screws started. And tighten them down. Now take the door panel. Make sure you slide the wiring harness through. Then we're going to get the top part of the door panel on first. Try to slide down. Make sure the handle goes in the right position. There we go. If the handle's not in the right spot, it's not all the way down. That looks good. And then just give it a tap. And take the screws, get those started. Right there and right there. And this one's going to go right here. Snug those down. Take this piece. It's going to slide in position right here. Take the switch plate, line up the connector, lock it down, and line it up. and lock it in place. I'm going to take this piece, just slide it in position. You just want to get it to lock in. Might need a screwdriver. There you go, that's good.